Hello YouTube, Statue Hunter 75 here with Statue Hunter's Bags and Boards, episode 94. Getting up there to the big episode 100. This is New Comic Book Day, November 20th, 2019. Week before, coming up on Thanksgiving. And got some good stuff this week. Hit up most of my comic book stores. Still gonna grab some stuff over actually I think I got my stuff at Counterplay, whatchamacallit, Eric over at, Counterplay. So I did grab my stuff from Counterplay, that's right. So got Badass number 1. It was a high cover price on this one. It was $9.99. I don't think there was any big solicitation on this for this week. But it's a number 1 issue, so I'm going to pick it up. Because you never know when these things are going to turn into something, get optioned, whatever it may be. There were comic books that came out for local comic shop book day or whatever it was. I did not get any of those because all 3 of the places where I shop for my comics were not participating in that. So this was just strictly a cover buy for me. It's You're the Villain, Hostile Takeover. It's Nightwing 66. It's the variant cover. Just really nice art. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. I picked up this because it was a really sexy, cool, funky Mary Jane variant cover with Deadpool and Mary Jane. I don't think they've done a Mary Jane variant on a Deadpool before. So it's Deadpool number 1. Really nice art. I don't think there was any solicitation for Deadpool number 1. Oh, actually, might have been King Deadpool. First appearance of... Let me remember here. Just checking. Actually, yeah, it's the first appearance of the King of Monsters. And that's the variant cover for it. So I didn't get the regular cover. I also got here Absolute Carnage. And this was Absolute Carnage number 5, I believe. This is the variant with Null on the cover there, so that's why I picked it up. Just a cool, trippy cover. Also have 2099 Alpha number 1. It's a one-shot crossover of 2099 characters. I think there might be a few first appearances in here, so that was why I picked it up. Plus the cover is pretty cool. Then we have Absolute Carnage Captain Marvel number 1. There's all these different Absolute Carnages. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. That's the next book. This is actually Absolute Carnage number 5. It's the 5 issue of the final issue of the limited series. And basically Venom versus Carnage to the death in this one. Donny Cates. It's a cool Greg Land cover, so I picked it up. And then we have what I was saying earlier. Absolute Carnage Captain Marvel number 1. It's a one-shot. First full appearance of Chewie as Carnage, as the Carnage symbiote. So, that was kind of funny. Picked it up. Just got this because it's just the second issue. Number 2, I picked up the first issue. It's an Image comic. You never know if it might be, it might be. I didn't even notice that picture of the real human finger on the cover. That's kind of weird. So it's actually like a picture of someone holding the comic book. Oh yeah, there's the feet. That's pretty trippy. That's cool. Glad I picked it up now. Alright, then we also have Marauders number 2. Don't know what's really going on with this season. I don't think it's hot or anything like that. It might be pretty good. I haven't really been reading it, but I got it because Emma Frost is on the cover. So it was a cover buy for me right now. Sebastian Shaw there with her too. Also have the Mark number 2. Picked up throughout my travels to the stores. I like this because it's about tattoos. But throughout my travels, I picked up a few of the different variant covers besides that one. I think that was the main cover. Picked up Money Shot #2. No real big solicitation on this one. Just picked it up because it was a #2. I'll probably stop there. Usually try and grab 1 and 2 if it's a new type of comic. Excuse me. I'm always filming late these days. Okay, we got Olympia, issue #1. It's an Image comic. And there was something different about this. It's a boy's favorite comic book hero comes crashing into reality. And as he nurses the Olympian back to health, he realizes something evil came through too with him. So I got the A cover and the B cover. You never know. It sounds like something they're going to make into a movie. Once in Future #4. This thing's just really cool, and it was a pretty cool cover too. So purchased that. Gwenpool. Got this for my daughter. Gwenpool Strikes Back #4. Terry Dodson cover. Pretty cool. Got this just as a cover by. It's a variant cover, and it's Inyuk Lee, or Lee Inyuk. Love his artwork, so I picked it up. I don't think it's really any major first appearance. Flash Forward #3. I don't think they had anything about that. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's the first appearance of Roy Hopper as a vampire hunter from Earth 43. So I lied. A couple more books that were purchased for my daughter because of the new Frozen movie coming up. So it's Frozen #1, variant covers A and B. Help her with her little collection. Now this one kind of got some hype this week. Not so much the A cover here, but the 1 per store variant. I got a couple of that. It's basically Heartbeat #1. It's from Boom Comics, and it's a 5-issue series about a high school outcast who is horrified and intrigued by the boy she meets and his insatiable bloodlust. So, pretty cool cover art too. And there was Heart Attack #1. Image Skybound comic. Didn't really see a solicitation on this. I just picked it up because it's an Image #1. You never know. Dog Ears #2, just a cool, sexy artwork on the cover. Very Fist of the North Star anime-ish. So that was why I picked it up. It's Antarctic Press. I love their art. I mean, the artwork that they have in Rags is fantastic. So I picked this up just on the cover by. Don't even know if it's terrible or not. Inyuk, Lee Inyuk. Sometimes it says Inyuk Lee. Sometimes it says Lee Inyuk. I don't know. Anyways, or maybe it always says Lee Inyuk. Maybe I'm just wrong. Captain Marvel #12. This is the Lee Inyuk variant. And this has a few first appearances. It's got the first appearance of the Dark Captain Marvel and the first appearance of Vox Supreme. It was Jim Comics Key of the Week. And I don't know if you know this, but if you flip to the last page, it's spoilers here. You might want to shut off the video. But if you flip the last page, Thor's head's decapitated. I mean, I know we got a Thor #1 coming out in a couple weeks anyway. Who knows where it's going with this, or if there's any speculation on it. No one really mentioned it on the videos on YouTube. I was waiting for someone to say something. But if you look, this is the $29.99 variant, so I'll flip to this one. But if we go carefully, allow me to flip to the end. There's a few different images at the end. So there we see Dark Captain Marvel there with Thor. And lo and behold, she's holding up Thor's bloody, decapitated, one-eyed head. So I hope his head will suffice. That's pretty graphic, pretty gruesome. And then we see him holding Thor's head, who she offered it up to. So, yeah, I might want to grab this one. It might have some legs. I pretty much picked up all the variants. Even got the Mark Brooks 1/100 variant. Just in case. Plus, those variants that I picked up, I love the cover art as well. But if it does get some traction, it'll be nice that I'll have all the different variants. So no mention of it in the solicitation, so it's kind of a surprise. Chastity. I forget what number this was. Just like kind of like a cool homage cover. So I picked it up. Covered by there. Okay. You're the Villain. Batman Who Laughs. Number 4. I'm not sure if there's any major solicitation for this puppy. Let's see. That's the first full appearance of Secret 6. Heroes infected by Batman Who Laughs toxin. And they are Jim Gordon, Donna Troy, Supergirl cameo, Hawkman, Shazam, and the Blue Beetle. So it has some, and it's a cool acetate cover. I love those. How you flip them, it's a totally different picture behind it. I was a big He-Man fan growing up as a kid, so I saw this and I was like, hey, He-Man sometimes rules. So I picked it up. It's the first appearance of Anti-Eternia, an evil version of He-Man. So, first appearance. So this is the B variant cover with Skeletor and the lightning on the cover. And the A cover, that must be the new Anti-Eternia character. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Conan the Barbarian, number 11. I was pretty sure something happened in this one. But maybe I am wrong. Maybe I just bought it. It's first appearance of Crom in the modern age. So Crom appeared once before in Marvel's Conan continuity. So it's the first appearance of Crom in Marvel Age. That's why I picked it up. I knew there was a reason. Immortal Hulk, number 27. And this is the Battle of Hulk versus Dario Agger, the Minotaur. So, Spider-Verse number 2. It's first appearance of Aunt May Carnage. All right. These are some key issues that I picked up. We'll get into them. Okay, I'll hold these aside. So I picked up the Mark. Oh, I gotta get this sleeved right away in a magazine sleeve. Just a really cool Star Wars special with Kylo Ren and Rey. It's Birth, Movies, Death, Star Wars, the commemorative issue, Star Wars 9. So I scooped that up right away. I gotta get that in the sleeve protection. And then we have the marked. This is marked number 1, I think. It's like maybe a 5th print variant. No, marked number 1 variant. It's a variant 2nd printing cover art by Brian Haberlin. So picked up that nice black cover. Tried to get a really nice one that didn't show much damage to the color. And another Lee and Yuck variant of the Captain Marvel. Picked up Machine Girl number 1. And this is a human girl obsessed with a long-forgotten planet called Earth. Is a formidable contender in an intergalactic mixed martial arts arena. First published as a webcomic. That's just a sexy hot cover too. So that was a cover by as well from Stonebot there. Stonebot Comics. So yeah, nice. Pick those up too. And then we have marked the B cover. Really cool cover out there. The blonde girl. This was just a cool Alex Ross buy. It's the 25th anniversary cover of the Avengers 26. I don't think anything majorly significant happens in this, but let me check real quick just in case. It's the origin of the original Avengers 1 million BC Star brand. I don't think that's anything huge, but to me it was just a really cool Alex Ross cover art with Giant Man there. So picked it up. The Amazing Spider-Man number 34. Just another cool connecting cover. And then we have Spider-Man Alpha 2099. Another cool variant cover that I wanted to pick up. Something is Killing the Children. I think this is just like a second print, I believe. So I don't think it's the actual original. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a third or fourth print. So let's see here. Yep. That's it. Okay. And another cover of Machine Girl number 1. Can never have too much Machine Girl, I've learned. But it's just it's number 1 issue. You don't want to be left out in the rain if it does get hot, so keep those together. And moving right along. On to the next one. Another cover of Marked. And another, like I said, I got a couple of those black variants. Black cover, second print variant, and number 1. So here we have some, we'll go through, actually, you know what, we'll save these books for last. Just the nice variants and stuff. We'll pop into those last. And on to the last bag. This has been a long haul. It was a very heavy week. It was a heavy flow this week of comics. A lot of comics. So we got Tomb of Dracula, number 10. The first appearance of Blade, facsimile. So I grabbed that just in case I never get the original. Connecting variant of like House of X or Powers of X. I can't remember which one. And Joe Hill House Comics. This was the Dollhouse Family number 1 variant. Stephen King's son, so I got both the A and the variant cover. Can't remember if this was a variant cover for Marauders number 2, maybe. Not sure. And then RWBY2 was very Archer-ish. Well, I feel like I went over these already. Were these last week's? You know what? I think these were last week's. No, they were this week's. Okay. Black Hammer, League of Justice. Pretty sure these were this week's. You know what? They might have been last week's. I might be re-reviewing some books here that got mixed in the mix. Yeah, let's see the Marvel Action Spider-Man. You know what? These were last week's books. Well, just in case I didn't review these, because I still have them up here, I'll go over them now. So this was the A cover of that kids book, Marvel Action Spider-Man number 11. It's getting all the hype with those John Boy variants, which I'll get into in just a moment because I finally got number 10 and number 11. Fallen Angels number 1, just a really cool variant cover with Psylocke and X-23 that I really was digging. They're making some hype about this book. Superman 17. This is the pretty cool Adam Hughes variant. And here's the regular cover A. Catwoman facsimile. That was a cool one. Yeah, I went through all these. The different Morbius. I don't know why I left these up here. This was not this week. This was last week. Family Tree. All right, well, just going over them again, kind of. Yeah, RV9. This is definitely last week. So there you have last week's comics as well. Just in the mix here for you. Anyways, let's get into the heavy hitters. Well, let me keep all these Morbiuses together. All right, we'll get into the heavy hitters here that I got this week. I'll set these off to the side, kind of. Good week to come out with Dracula with all the Morbius titles. Hey. All right, so the big variants that I got this week. I finally picked up the John Boy variants of Marvel Action Spider-Man number 11 and number 10. Very psyched to have this one in the collection. Just such a cool, beautiful piece of art with Venom with his teeth and tongue and slime everywhere. You get Spider-Man there in the one eye, and then in the other reflection of the other eye, you got Ghost Spider, Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy, whatever you want to call her, and Miles Morales. So that's pretty damn cool. Loving it. I've got the Absolute Carnage, Cult of Carnage variant, and Anthony always takes care of me over at Paper Asylum, so he got me the Absolute Carnage number 5. This was the Lee and Hyuk variant, which I just really liked. Psyched that he had it. He also had the Codex variant for me. And then he also got me the variant cover 1 of Heartbeat from Merca and Dolfo. And then the 1 per store variant. So I was pretty psyched that he got those for me. And then I stopped in my local Newbury Comics after the fact, actually just today. And lo and behold, they always have some variants for really cheap. And they had the 1 per store variant that no one had got yet. So I was like, whoa, gonna grab that. Captain Marvel, here's the regular A cover with those first appearances there of like the Dark Captain Marvel and everything. Here's the 1 in 100 Mark Brooks. I love Mark Brooks' art. So cool with the color and the characters in black and white, and she's in color. So really cool. Loved it. Had to get it. Okay, and then I also got a couple copies of the Captain Marvel number 12 variant here with the Avengers crumbling. It's pretty cool. So I got a couple of these copies and picked up one for my buddy Make Mine Marvel. So there you have it. Alright guys, hey, give a thumbs up. Long video here, a lot of books to go over this week, heavy week. So give a thumbs up, appreciate the support. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and if you do subscribe, hit the bell so you get the alerts every time I post a new video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your week.